Hey, it's Laura from Your Career Homecoming. Today, I want to take you through a very simple but effective thought exercise. So, within the Your Career Homecoming program, there's really two things we do. One is a focus on strategy. We've got a holistic career change strategy to bring you to a clear and actionable choice, but strategy alone does not cut it. We've also got to pair that with your return to self and have your beliefs and actions in alignment for the strategy to work. So, not everything that we do is about, mindset, but that is an important part of this because the strategy alone won't save you. Trust me, I've seen people try. It does not work. And I want to make sure that, if you come to work with us and you go through this exercise, this will give you a huge leg up. But if you never work with us and you do this exercise, this will give you a huge leg up. So let me give you some background on this. Um, if you want to do meaningful work where you're going to be earning great money, you're going to be making a contribution that you care about, you're going to be proud of what you do, you're going to have a life outside of work, you're not going to get to that level of experience and freedom and achievement by just thinking normal everyday people thoughts. Okay, most people are just trying to get through the day. They are numbing, they are distracting themselves, they are just zoning out on their phone. They're just like eating some comfort food and just trying to tolerate a work situation that is truly intolerable. So, if you want to have a more expanded experience than that, you're going to have to change. Your behaviors are going to have to change, but how you think is going to have to change because it is going to affect the mentors you choose, the advice you take, the compliments or criticism you internalize, the career options you consider, the opportunities you go for, how you persevere in the face of challenges. It's going to affect your ability to receive money, compliments, rewards in exchange for what you give. So when we talk about choosing meaningful work, this is not a surface level, what are the job titles I can go for effort. There are some deeper things in you that need to change. Okay. So the first most fundamental belief that we start with, and this is, look, when we're in the Your Career Homecoming program, this is the very first place we start with our clients in week one because the foundation of being able to have even access to this kind of work is this simple thought: it's possible for me to do meaningful work. We are starting with the basics because without that foundation, there is no strategy. Okay, there is no coach, program, book, resume writer, recruiter, marketing plan. There's nothing that is going to be able to out strategize your internalized worldview that this is as good as it gets. Okay, this is as good as it gets, and work is called work for a reason. Those are more often those are coping mechanism than fact. They are beliefs to help you self-soothe if you think there's no way to improve your situation. All right, you're in a great position because there is a way to improve your situation. So we got to start by getting your mind, getting your heart in alignment with what is actually possible for you, what is realistic for you, and what you want to create for yourself. Okay. One more reason that it's possible for me to do meaningful work, that is so important, is because it is going to affect the strategy. It is going to affect what options you think are available to you. And we have had clients come this close to walking away from the careers that ultimately became their homecoming career because still up here something about it, they thought that this particular career wasn't possible for them. And going through coaching where we really reevaluated those assumptions, where we crunched some numbers, where we rethought a business model or an industry, then boom, they're able to see in a new way. They're able to see a new possibility. They're able to really embrace and go make real this thing that previously they thought was impossible. All right. So I want you to take responsibility for your own future and your own thoughts by intentionally cultivating this idea that it is possible for me to do meaningful work. Okay, I'm going to include a short activity for you to do, but let me talk you through it a little bit, because if you just jump straight to worksheets, I don't think that's going to help either. Um, I'm going to encourage you to start building this belief with a tool we call references. Okay, so you've got this. If you look at your little worksheet, you're going to have this belief at the top. It's possible for me to do meaningful work. And then what I'm going to ask you to do is to just start filling this thing out with references. Okay, and a reference is not a fact. A reference is not proof. A reference is any bit of belief or evidence or encouragement that this thing can be true for you. And we don't need it to be ironclad proof. We don't need it to hold up in a court of law, because all the references that are supporting your belief that it's not possible to do meaningful work and you are doomed to be miserable forever, those aren't ironclad either. Okay. So I almost think of this like, if you've ever been in the woods and you see there's a trail where the deer have just repeatedly gone the same place over and over again, and it has beat back the weeds, and now there's this clear trail. Well, your deer have been continually going down this trail to a destination called I'm screwed, I'm doomed to be miserable, I'll never be able to have what I want, I can't do meaningful work. That's where you've been sending your deer. I'm trying to reroute your deer. All right. I'm trying to send your deer towards it's possible for me to do meaningful work. And the more we can reroute your deer down that path, the more the weeds will part, the more prominent that path become, and the less you will take this old shitty path that doesn't get you where you want to go. Okay. So I want you to think of every reference you're going to write like a deer going down this trail and beating back weeds, so you can have this new, clear, prominent trail to the location that you actually want to go. All right. So when you are writing your references, the trick is to let it be easy. If you're an overthinker, boy, just just let it be easy. Okay? Because things that count as references can be things like, because I said so, because I choose to do things differently now, because I'm getting the support I need to make it happen, because I refuse to go another year living like this, because I'm having this big birthday and I'm not going to wake up on that birthday without a plan. All right. All of those count. Other things that count are things you got going for you, because I'm smart, I'm capable, I'm able to learn new things, I really put my heart into things, I'm a hard worker. All of that counts. If you have examples of people in your life, or just people of, on the internet, who are doing meaningful work, you can count them as a reference. Hey, my sister loves her job. That counts. My yoga teacher seems to love, their job. That counts. I follow this person on Instagram who does this thing and they seem to be really fulfilled by their work. That counts. We're trying to send the deer down this path that it is possible for you to do meaningful work, and you send as many deer as you can gather. Okay. Now, here's the thing. If you do this exercise one time and write down, I don't know, 12 things, 12 deer are not going to create a new path in the forest. Okay. What works with this exercise is consistency and repetition. We are conditioning your brain to create some new pathways. So if you do this once, if you write down 25 things, 15 things, 50 things one time, do not expect miracles. If you want to reorient yourself towards what is truly possible for you, you're going to have to change your behavior and use this tool on a regular basis. This requires effort. It does not require a lot of time, okay? But it does require consistency. This is a tool I use myself. I have my own lists, that I keep, and I have some that go up to 200 or more. Okay, so you consistently, daily revisit this and write as many references as you need. Read them out loud until this path starts to feel more normal and cleared of the weeds. We want this to be your new default. I want you to imagine that if you go into a career change exploration process, which frame of mind is going to be better for you? Oh, it's so hard. I'm always going to be miserable. No matter what I do, I'm just going to be kind of screwed. Or it's possible for me to do meaningful work. Which one is going to get you to the outcome you want to go to? You have to think practically and choose the belief that is going to get you to the destination that you want to go to. Okay, so you've got your worksheet. One more thing I want to say about this is that this is really vulnerable work. And that's because it is asking you to hope. That's why things like work is called work for a reason and this is as good as it gets are so appealing because nothing's at stake. You've just already given up and decided there's nothing to be done, so that's that. It's protective. Allowing yourself to hope is vulnerable. You know, no one wants to be caught daring to dream and it not working out. But here's what I need you to know. I can tell you with 100% certainty that the only way you're going to get to a beautiful, sustainable, meaningful career is if you do the vulnerable part of getting your hopes up. Your disappointment, your skepticism is not going to save you from disappointment. It's only going to keep you disappointed. So this is your invitation. This is your coaching. This is what we do in clients with week 1. So you can do the mind and the heart work to prepare yourself to be the kind of person who does meaningful work. So get going on those references. Don't just do it today and then never think about it again. Keep doing it daily. You'll be amazed what happens.